magwawakas. Pangarap ko ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko, pangarap ko. Tili. Ang harap balik man guys. Ibigin ka. Ang ibigin. Kuangan. Ang ibigin. Tutuwaan na sa ganon. Oh. Tilik pa more. Okay, tilik pa more si Junjun in fairness. So, di ba? Kutob lang ka sa tilian ni kinawa tong falsado. Gitu po. Wa ang falsetto ni Junjun kaka Junjun, di ba? So as you can see here, guys. Okay, wow. I'm wearing kakam pink, right? I'm wearing pink, but it doesn't mean I am kakam pink, right? Because I love pink. Oh my gosh. I love the color, but I don't love the political color. Wow. Okay, so you can see, guys. Mamaya na tayo magbiritan moment. Okay, get the point. Oh. Okay, ato sa ming humano na itong mga ano. As you can see, the striped black and white shirt. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's flip-flop. Well, flip-flop. Flip-flop this, no? Okay, so we need to iron this clothes, right? Okay, so you can see ironing the clothes during Saturday. Gosh, so crumpled, right? As you can see here, so crumpled. Okay, let's make this plainly polished. Oh my gosh. Okay, get the point mga kapatid. Oh, hello guys. Hello mga kakamping. Shout out to my niece, Ma'am Greta Bacalso from the Philippines. Char. Okay. Have a nice day. Oh my gosh. And have a nice day also in your travel going back to Illinois, United States of America. Hello, good luck and God bless, girl. Things like that. Oh my gosh. Hello guys, I'm still here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, safe and sound, alive and kicking. As you can see here now, I'm really doing the ironing of clothes every week because I have so many, so many clothes, right? This is the sad thing of having so many clothes, right? So many to wash, so many to iron, and then sometimes you will not be peaceful of thinking regarding your used clothes. So this is it, and so also I don't have to show this, but you know this already. What's this, right? I'm gonna put that here, there, here, and there, forever and ever. Wow. Okay. See? So let's wait for the Salah moment, and after that, we will be able to sing, right? Singing is my passion, so it looks like I'm a frustrated singer. I'm just joking. Okay, guys. Hello, guys. So I'm gonna present to you also while ironing. I have yesterday I purchased this cocoa bread. Cocoa bread is a type of bread that I also like, no? Same as the binangkal. You get the point? Oh, right? Cocoa bread and the binangkal. And you love that also. And the pancit ever. Oh, who loves pancit, by the way? Pancit bihon, okay? Pancit canton and mixed pancit, right? If if you are working in Qatar, state of Qatar, right? In the city, there's a lot of variation of the pancit, right? Pancit canton, mixed pancit, like that. Very delicious, right? But I don't think so in Riyadh City. No, that was in state of Qatar before because I lived in the city, right? At that time in our contract with my 4 years contract of Litton Contracting Company, right? I was in the Qatar Foundation University project. Okay. We had a project called the tram, okay, the smaller version of a train. Okay, so we're gonna erect that within the Qatar Foundation University as the main source, not really that main, one of their sources of their mode of transportation, like that, aside from traveling with a bus, traveling also with bike. So they're allowed to bike whatever mode of transportation, but to add no more, let's say they're gonna plan to have this uh, tram, no? Like a train, but smaller version of a train. So it's like that. And the project reaches to almost 5 years. Then after 4 years, I never connected with them anymore because due to the mobilization of manpower. Okay, so they have to retain only at least two safety, like this, limited only. Okay, so limited only because there's also a problem with my language, but I don't really believe the religion also because it doesn't matter, right? But there's also a factor, right, about the religion thing. So that's why I was not able to stay on the game. I was really demobilized, no, due to that reason. Of course, if they try to retain safety personnel at that time, it should be the safety manager, right? And then one safety officer, and some of the safety manpower will be eradicated, no? Will be deployed back to their country of origin, no? Especially the Filipinos, or there's also another nationalities, you know, that they are terminated the employment, like the Indian also, like that, no? Or let us say an Egyptian. I could still remember one Egyptian also eliminated, no? And some of the Filipinos, because there's a lot of Filipino safety officers and safety engineers compared to other nationalities at that time. Okay, so I think we are almost 30 plus our manpower in the safety department, but it's not, it looks like, but it's really confirmed the Filipinos manpower are more. Okay, and handling the safety engineer A, because like that, safety engineer A, safety engineer B, safety engineer C. So each safety engineer has its own group. And I have my own safety supervisor, and the safety engineer B have also a safety supervisor. I will check once in a while in the field. I'm not going every time in the field. They have to submit their documents to me, and I'm gonna review that and submit to the safety manager. And once in a while, I will visit also what's the performance of safety supervisors in the site. They're gonna assess, no, and evaluate what's the safety progress. So every document they submitted to me in my group, I'm saying in my group, I have to monitor it back and review if they really did a safety progress or not. They are not telling the truth. It's just for the piece of a paper sometimes, right? So I don't believe in that. Okay, so that's why I need to visit also once in a while. But sometimes also I need to visit by my own because I love it. No, it's not really a requirement, but I love it. Okay, things like that. But the safety officers, they really are tool mandatory, and also the safety supervisor. But the safety supervisor also sometimes resistant because they have to make the reports like that. The safety officer submitted to them, and after that, overall they will submit it to me like that, no? And then blah blah blah. So also because at the time, guys, I'm also acting like other position multitasking. Okay, so I could say it's unfair, but I cannot really deny it, no. So that's why. So that's the reason also I cannot go frequently to the site because I have also another function in the training department. So things like that. Okay. I'm not originally in the training department, but sometimes if there are trainings that especially there's Filipinos like that, whatever, or if the topic is highly related to my profession, like handling of hazardous substances, chemical substances, the safety data sheets, like that, whatever, no? Okay, related to my profession, but things like that, so that's why they gonna pick me up, no, in that training. So I'm not an original trainer, but my position really, guys, is DOAL. No, I'm a safety training engineer talaga ako, no? Both field and documentation. Since I questioned also the HR at the time because why I have a dual responsibilities, right? And it's really highlighted in my agreement. So in my possession basa agreement. So I said to myself, this is unfair. You could have been stated only engineer, but I can really function internally as a trainer, but no need to mention in the possession things like that. Okay, because once in a while, if you are a city engineer or whatever, or sometimes if you are a city professor, or most likely, so sometimes if you're really good in oratory speech, no, and speaking ability, we have ideas in safety like that. So we will be taken out to be also a trainer, right? No, whether it's a brief training, a practical demonstration training, or let us say a training in a formal agenda, no, in a venue where there's slides, computer, because there's a lot of forms of training, right? Things, formal training, informal training, practical training, brief training. So the only difference training from toolbox talks because in training we are not talking about generalities. At the point, we start with the objective, we start our subject, objective, definition, introduction, okay, categories, types, technical terms. So even though you don't have slides, even though you have no PowerPoint as a visual aid, it doesn't change the meaning. That is still a training, okay? But your training doesn't, integrate the technology. Okay, the definition of training actually, if you really look that at the dictionary, it doesn't require visual aids by its inherent definition in the dictionary, even though you will consult Webster Dictionary now, okay, Oxford Dictionary now. The meaning of training, it doesn't really require the visual aids by definition, no, word for word. No, it's the strategy of the trainer that in order for the training to become engaging, no, that's why we gonna integrate technology, PowerPoint, Excel sheet, graph, and everything during the discussion. But it doesn't really as an inherent definition of a training. That is only what we perceive. Okay? So therefore, there's a lot of types of training. In short, training doesn't always require slides. Training doesn't always require computer. Okay? But it doesn't change the definition of a training because that's only visual aids. I hope people of the world can understand the articulation in English, right? But not all is good in English. That's why. You have to interpret the training every time there must be computer slides like that. Of course, it would be better if there's technology to be used, but it doesn't change the definition of a training. So we need to say, but it's regardless of the tool and visual aids you presented when you do the training, because there are multiple types of training: brief training, detailed training, okay, practical demonstration training. Things like this. Some trainings doesn't require computer. For example, I am a trainer in how to erect the scaffolding. Do I have to carry the laptop and the computer just to say it that is a training? No, it's not. That's still a training, but actual demonstration training. So we need to say there are different categories of a training, not limited only inside the auditorium, conference. No, we need to change our perception. No, but it's still acceptable because some are not professional. They lack of technical terms to understand. They don't have enough knowledge for the definition. So it's also understandable. We don't have to fight for this. Right? But I'm just correcting, no, the correct and the technical or the meaning of a training. It's regardless of tools and or visual aids. Okay, you can do whatever as long as you need to follow the chronological order as highlighted previously. For example, your subject, okay, or your title, objective, purpose, introduction, okay, your body of your discussion that involves the types, the kinds, the categories, or you may even discuss whatever, as long as you're gonna highlight the content of your subject. And after that, you need to do the hypothesis, not necessarily, as long as you're gonna do that or insert that quickly or whatever. But the last will be the evaluation and the conclusion and the judgment. So this is also training, even though it doesn't require a longer time. So this is the difference between toolbox talks and training. Because toolbox talk, general. Anybody can do the toolbox talks, but not anybody can do the training. For example, I will say a technical term, alarm. So foreman, supervisor in another department cannot understand what is the meaning of alarm. But world-class safety supervisor or world-class safety engineer who possess the Bosch training or OSHA training can understand that alarm is as reasonably low as practicable, right? Alarm. So this acronym is technical. Not anybody can know this. So this is training already, okay? Because it involves technicalities. It involves, a detailed fashion in discussion. So I hope we can identify toolbox talk versus training. And training also doesn't require too much time just to say that's a training. Because the definition of training also in the dictionary doesn't acquire, it must be longer, okay? It doesn't involve like that. As long as you have a significant content to deliver in chronological order as what I previously mentioned. Okay, so I hope we can understand what is a toolbox talks, a safety meeting, and a training. So training, by the way, it's special. No, it needs experience of training. Know how to do the training, the sequence of a training, a world class or a safety professional, who have vast experience, in safety. So that's the difference. No? But the moment the foreman and supervisor can also discuss in that way, the same as the safety, you will introduce also technical terms, very organized. For example, if the topic is incident and accident reporting. So the safety engineer at the time, he will really discuss what's the meaning of incident, what's the meaning of near miss, what's the meaning of unsafe condition. And later on, give examples. What are the examples? Discuss one by one. What are the effects and impacts in the environment? Very clear, no? The direction in training is very clear. The objective of that particular training. And after that, the impact it contributes to individual who hears the training, to the department, to the entire organization. Okay, and after that, next level will be the region, town, city, province, state, and the whole world. So you will target your conclusion in that way. So it will start with a very small environment. So you need to address your training starting from the individual person who lessons the training. Secondly, the entire not yet in each department. Second, entire organization or the company. Third will be the region in that particular training, where it happens. For example, the training happened in Muzamia, so you need to address also in Muzamia, and after that, address that in Riyadh City, and after that, address that in the whole world. So, but take note, we don't have to follow that one, okay? Because we need to generalize in the end, conclusion, okay? So we don't need to follow perfectly as long as you project your conclusion in that manner, okay? So that's training. So I hope you can understand now what is training and TPT. When you say safety training, it's devoted to safety professionals and safety department, okay? Because that's the specialty of safety department, okay? But if the supervisor and the foreman is equipped with safety knowledge because they underwent also trainings in safety, they can do also, okay, it doesn't matter as long as they have knowledge on how to conduct safety training. But of course, there's a difference on how they deal with that compared to the safety professionals. The attack of the delivery must be not the same, okay? But the same thing, they deliver the content or chronologically based on the training structure, okay? But we cannot expect that, right? Because that is not their expertise. That is not their piece of a cake. All we have to do is to do it in a general way. Like we need to take care so that we don't have parts missing in our body, so that our family will not be crying, we lose our everything, and this is our life. So this is general, okay? But the moment the safety officer will discuss accident, is any undesirable situation that results in harm, damage to property. So there's a technical terms that inserted somewhere along the way in their discussion. So that's the difference between toolbox talks and training. And the time, it's regardless to that also. And also the visual aids. But of course, nobody also like to listen for a training without integration of the technology, right? So that's why it arises to be like that. But my philosophy and argument only is that, okay, it's not saying that we don't have the visual aid and we don't inside in the conference room or any room that is no longer a training. That definition doesn't matter. Get the point? It matters on the content we deliver technically when we say what is a training. So meaning to say that the venue is don't matter. The visual aid don't matter. Okay? The time rather don't matter also. As long as there are technicalities and detailed fashion in discussion as highlighted before, okay, subject, introduction, objective, purpose, goal, body of your content, categories, kind, the effect to the people, the effect to the environment, the effect to the people, the effect to the machinery, the effect to the organization, the effect to the business that it contributes, the relevance of safety, a safety culture, mga ganun-ganun level, okay? Things like that also. I want to correct also some professionals like that, no? Okay, so you get the point. So we need to be, we need to be brilliant and articulated with the terminology. What is a training? What is a toolbox talks? And what is a safety meeting? No? Okay, though not all can deliver in this way, but we can understand also that there are also few or some that understand in this way. Okay, meaning hindi ako nag-iisa. You got the point? Oh, in understanding the definition of a training, toolbox talks, and a safety meeting. No, how we differentiate ba? Okay, get the point. No, whether it could be subtle, it could be a huge difference or whatever. No, get the point. No, slight difference because more or less the impact really is to educate the people with safety. No, to be aware with safety. So that's the main objective, no? But the way we deliver on our message and our content matters. So that's why that's the time we can identify if it is training, toolbox talks, safety meeting, conference, and symposium. Okay, get that point? We have also safety symposium, safety conference, like that safety summit. Safety summit are people there are political, government leaders, like that, but they are talking in health, safety, and environment. Okay, but if the audience, we don't mix that with an ordinary audience. So that is a safety summit, no? Okay, attended by the leaders in each state. They are talking about the climate change, the ecosystem, with the excess levels of carbon dioxide in the ozone layer. Okay, get the point? So they are having platforms no, to eradicate the concentration of carbon dioxide because it can cause global warming. Okay, triggers climate change. And climate change is an issue of their sustainable development of 2030, SD. You get the point? SD goals of the entire United Nations. So the people in the safety summits are not ordinary. Okay? Leaders of the countries like that or safety consultant that have a vast experience like that. No, the audience is not ordinary people. If it says HSE Summit, because the summit, another meaning kasi SU in IT. So it depends on the noun we are using. But actually, we don't care about that, no? But I'm just articulating it, no? For the purpose of educating you guys. Wow. Very strict and meticulous, right? Yes, of course, I should be. Okay, sayang akong pagka-journalist of the year in high school if I will ever do this, right? Okay, sayang akong mga prizes in joining oratorical contest, declamation contest, and extemporaneous speaking if I will ever highlight this knowledge to you guys, no? The definition of each terminology. We speak what is a training, talks, and safety meeting. So never mind with my articulation because it looks like also exaggerated, right? The way I talk. I am using American English. I'm not using UK English. Okay? So that's why we are not the same. We are not parallel in our enunciation, diction, pronunciation, intonation, and the accuracy of our eloquency. Okay, any questions so far with regards to my pronunciation? Okay, the way I talk now, I cannot do that in the organization because I'm just adjusting. Okay, I'm not in the right position to speak there. My talent will be reserved to myself in the future when I become an educator like that in the future, or I will be able to become an ambassador of education representing the Philippines. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Okay, we cannot really determine the individual's journey and endeavor on this planet Earth, right? There's no such fixed or permanent in this planet Earth. That's why the only constant in this world is change, right? The world may go down, may go up, or like a ball, right? When you try to push a ball at a certain momentum and velocity and right? I love to teach talaga, guys. You know, I really insert the technicalities in physics, chemistry, whatever. Okay, when I talk, okay? So when the ball really in the motion, in the movement, it develops momentum and impulse, right? And it goes to a certain direction, whether it is turbulent, well, and laminar in nature. Wow, things that. We take note, chemical engineers, laminar and turbulent doesn't only apply to liquid and fluid. It can be also navigated to a solid substance. So the law of parallelism will do in that. Okay, so we should not limit our understanding because what our teachers or educators or instructors did in our classroom instruction. Okay, things like that. So there must be a deeper other meaning in which we don't know. Okay, things like that, or in which, according to the context, it will be okay. Because I'm talking about laminar flow and turbulent flow. This is in the fluid flow, fluid mechanics, not applicable in fluid and liquid. So I'm just trying to have an analogy by pushing the ball on the floor. So it also travels with a certain velocity, and sometimes the direction and the movement of the ball I pushed. Super. Sometimes I will laugh myself, guys, because of my mouth, okay? You get that one. So sometimes, okay, the ball will develop a higher kinetic energy, okay, with a certain mass and velocity, force times. So there's also impulse, right? So the moment, well, with expression and feelings, right? I hope I could be like this, someday when I will become an educator. And the moment, the ball will stop. There's an exaggeration. But this is authentic feeling, The way I talk mixed with exaggeration, irony, humor, but this is a real feeling in my heart, okay, when I talk, okay? So when the ball stops, right, so it developed the law of conservation of momentum. So at that time, well, I love it, at that time, so this is now UK English, right? At that time, or very slang, right? At that time, or at that time, okay, the ball stops and then it achieved, with silent D because it's done already. It achieved with the stress and emphasis of letter D in the last letter of the word, right? This is American English, right? Always emphasize the T, the last letter of a word like that. Like, so the American English is so strict, in terms of pronunciation. See, pronunciation. So it looks like over, right? Exaggeration. Okay, but this is like a humor. You know what I mean? Okay, when the bull stops or stopped, okay, it acquired the law of conservation of momentum. So in this case, guys, the impulse will be equal to the momentum. But by acquiring the second law of Isaac Newton, okay, the law of acceleration, the three laws of motion. Okay, so I hope like that. So that's in the physics relationship, right? In the engineering side, with regards to the fluid flow or momentum transfer. Fluid flow, fluid mechanics under momentum transfer because it undergoes movement. It undergoes flow, right? Things like that. The moment it will flow, it has a rate. Okay, that's why flow rate. Okay, so this terminology belongs to momentum transfer, right? Chemical engineers, because we have three transfers, right? We have mass transfer, heat transfer, and momentum transfer. And we need to be articulate in this, not only solve the problems, but rather we must be also good in theoretical aspects, right? Strong, intensive research skills, very resourceful, very investigative, imaginative, open to different ideas so that we can analyze things out around us, right? So that's it. And this is a component of passing several examinations, right? We need to be open-minded to different ideas. We need to be imaginative. We need to have a higher acumen of self-confidence so that our interference of these distractions will be eliminated. Para-paraan. Okay, interference, good of all. I'm talking about the technical term of physics, right? Under the electromagnetic spectrum study, no? The refraction, diffraction, and the interference in physics. If you can still remember for that. You can still remember for that or not? Oh well, see, for that or not. So this don't matter this one, huh? Because this is just only like a humor, no? And a humor in terms of ideas, no? Because I cannot have a bastos humor, no? Just like Vice Ganda or whatever, they're in the comedy bars. My humor is always closely associated with academics or academic subjects and lessons, ideas, and everything. So it must be impactful, substantial, and relevant, right? Ganon. For our contemporary world, to have this continuous discovery of science and technology or scientific research or scientific discovery to improve the quality of life. And so we are now living in a cyberspace, AI technology in a digital or digitized world because we must be a discovery learners rather than an observant learners. We must really discover, okay? Things like that. And discovery learners needs critical thinking always, right? You know that already, right? Because critical thinking also is one of the qualities of a scientist, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay, being observant, full of interference, like that, imaginative, open-mindedness. You get the point? Or what else? No, full of hypothesis or conjecture, right? Okay, and then very flexible, versatile in different ideas. No, very empirical in nature. Our scientists, whether scientists in the past and scientists at present. Any questions so far? So see, I'm doing the ironing, but I keep on talking, right? So this is weakness. Okay, so I don't have anybody to be happy, right? I need only my mouth to be happy. Right? Okay, this is due to existentialism, right? Okay, things like there are people cannot be happy without other people. They will really associate to other people to talk, to converse like that. But me stand alone, I don't have to deal with that. The moment my mouth will talk, I will be happy already. Right? I don't even invite other people in my room just to eat banana cake. I don't invite other people just to eat whatever food I'm gonna prepare. Okay? So it depends on the type of a people because there are people that will never be happy without people. I mean, people that will not be happy without other people be them. But me, I'm really, not to that kind of happiness. No? I'm stand alone, right? Stand alone. Okay, let us say independent. Okay, get that one. My happiness is independent. Chart. Okay, things like that. So let's continue ironing, guys. Okay, I think the salad finished already, right? Then we need to. Actually, guys, I'm playing my recorded songs because sometimes it's not also good to sing live because your voice sometimes not in good shape like that, no? So that's why I get a record my voice like that. No? I've been practicing this, no? All the time since I was in high school, going to college, and even up to the moment that I'd worked in the Middle East, in the Gulf countries, I still also recorded my voice like that every time I'll sing, things like that. So that's really my life. Okay, things like that. So that I have this kind of feeling that when I die, my family will try to play that in my burial, my voice. So that's why I'm still alive. I'll keep on singing because the moment the Lord God will really, take in my voice, I cannot sing anymore, right? That's why while I'm still at this age, I can still sing. I'll keep on singing. Okay? It doesn't mean that I'm not a professional singer. I will never sing. That's also very subjective. You get the point, no? So, in objective point of view, singing is for everybody. Any questions so far? Okay, things like that. Oh, let's continue the ironing because sometimes I will be able to lose my my energy in ironing my clothes. Thank you so much for my classmates and batchmates in Naga National High School who really believe my capabilities and abilities. Wow, as an honor student before. Guys, never mind with my words, guys. So you will be crazy with my words, okay? What really came up in my mouth is in the spur of the moment, okay? Meaning to say, it's just inadvertent, no? I'm not really doing this intentionally. So I'm able to cope up this connected speech in my mind. And after that, I'm gonna release that in my mouth, no? So don't treat this seriously, you will be crazy, okay? Things like, I mean, see, I'm saying I'm an honor student like that, and you will misinterpret that I'm arrogant like that. See, okay, so this will not be affected, guys, because this is me. This is the real me. Get the point? I mean, to say I will be happy in doing this. Whatever came out in my mouth, so meaning to say it's authentic. You get the point? So what you see is what you get. Okay, what you see, what you hear, leave it here. Charot. Okay, any questions so far? I'm wearing in pink, but it doesn't mean I'm akakang pink, right? Things like that. It doesn't connect to the political colors. Okay? I love pink because pink, based on my intensive research, is a color of masculinity. You want to argue with that? Then research that for yourself also. Okay? So I thought it's a color for femininity, right? Because they interpreted that before, widely interpreted that this pink is a color for the girls, for the women. One time, since I am very curious, is this true? Like that. And then in a very silent moment, well, inside the room, I researched really what's this pink color all about? And there's a lot of content when I surfed this online, and they gonna produce answers, right, or results when you type that, and then some will say it's for girls, some that for the women, for the like that. So I'm not really sure. So I really need to go beyond that. No, I consulted an expert, technical person that really assessed this color, and he said pink is for masculinity. It's not for femininity. So that's why it's really implanted in my brain until now, engraved in my brain until now. Oh, really? Pink is for masculinity. So that's why the color of pink is very beautiful, all right? When a man wear a pink, it added to the handsomeness. Why I love the term handsomeness, right? It added flavor of the physique of a male persona, of a male characteristic or biological characteristic. If they wear this pink shirt or pink polo shirt or whatever, it's very attractive for a man, right? When they wear pink color also. It's the opposite of what they generally perceived that pink is for women color, right? Okay, so in order for you to make sure, double check and verify also what I'm really saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but actually, guys, when you say about colors or whatever, these things are really subjective, right? It depends on the opinion of each individual, right? Unless it's science and technology, it's highly factual, evidential. Well, evidential meaning to say driven by evidence or evidence-based. That's evidential. I really want to create my own words, right? See, handsomeness, evidential. So this kind of words just came out in my mouth now. Okay? Things like that. So due to the quickness and how swift in talking, meaning fast, okay, sometimes the words will really came out in the spur of the moment unintentionally, okay? So that's what I say evidential, okay? So meaning full of evidence or evidence-based, no? Things like that are, let's say, handsomeness. When it talks about the men who are pretty. Oh my gosh. Because sometimes also nowadays, no, the adjective for women can be used also that for adjective for the men. Right? Pretty, pretty boy. Like, so there's a song like that also, right? So supposedly before in a traditional English, this pretty as an adjective is always devoted to women, right? But now it's okay for boys also. Pretty, pretty boy. What's that all about? I'm not inventing my own philosophy here. Okay, that's based in a song. Okay, so meaning to say we can also apply, okay, the adjective for men and the adjective for women interchangeably, right? See, things like that. Oh. So if there is handsomeness, there's also prettiness. Law of parallelism. I love law of parallelism. Sometimes it will save me in an examination. If I will really see a vocabulary in English, things like that. Thank you, Lord. I was the top number 8. No, yes, I was the top number 8 in NCEE in Naga National High School. I never expected that because I did not study like that, no. But since there's so many English there, I love it, no. The logical relationship, arranging step 1, step 2 based on the story you read like that, no. And I think my scores were reduced because there's a lot also of mathematics there. I'm not good in math. Okay. I'm average only. Sorry. Okay. Katapat, oo. So that's why it pulled me, to become only top 8, no? But if I'm good in math, maybe I will become top 2. This is not joking. This is true. Okay. But the way I talk implies like a humor, right? But the content is fact. Okay. My delivery of my message, the way my expression, my aura, my gestures, it looks like exaggerated, ironic, like that, okay, humor or a joke, but the content is fact. I was top number 8, really. Okay? Okay, so that's why you will be crazy in hearing my words, right? Don't misinterpret that I am arrogant. This is just coming in my mouth spontaneously. My intention is not to be arrogant. You get the point? It's just coming out in my mouth in the moment. Okay, get the point? Things like that. Okay, I was top number 8 in the National Collegiate Entrance Examination Test, NCEE before, right? And INSAT is before is NCEE, right? And our top number 1, as far as I can remember, she was really the top number 1 also, our valedictorian, no? In the NCEE. Because in Naga National High School, there are thousands of students there compared to the Siena School of Naga, formerly known as Siena School of Naga, now is the Pedro Calungsod. So they are few compared to the NNHS because of the reason that I think the school fees are higher. Okay, things like that. It's a private school and nobody can afford immediately. I think that's the main reason. That's why low socio-income status family in city of Naga Cebu, before that is not a city of Naga Cebu, that's still a town, no? City Naga is a town. Is one of the provinces in Cebu. It's not yet a city, okay? And then some students that cannot afford will go to school directly to the public school, which is the Naga National High School. So what did the administration did in that school? So they based on they measure the relative possession according to the percentile grade. So for example, if you are coming from this elementary school like that, so they're gonna screen and evaluate what will be the special class because there's so many students. The regulation is not very, it's not very easy, no? For example, in our first year, we are having 10 sections like that. In second year, 12 sections, third year, and each section have 40 people. 40 students, 50 students. If you try to multiply that, it's huge, right? So that's why with this screen, our Form 138, am I correct? Form 138, it talks about the grading system, right? Okay. Teachers, public school teachers, am I correct? Form 138, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a grade, right? So just correct me because I'm not yet a teacher. Okay, things like that, no? I'm acting as a teacher, but I'm not an official teacher. In a school, okay? I'm doing teaching in a virtual platform world, no? Things that in online, but I'm not yet a teacher, the same as what you did, guys, no? So educators, listen to me right now. It's not Form 138 or Form 137. Never mind with that specific form. Okay, the grades will be evaluated, no? And then higher grades will be in the section 1 or the special class. So after the school year ends, during the commencement exercise, so they're gonna select there the honor students in that special class only. They will never choose in the section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, section 6. But the top students there have also awards, no, in each other section. And then in the second year, they will be mixed also with good standing special class students. And the bad standing, oh God, sorry for the terms because it's on the spot, okay? Or the students who did not performed well in a special class, we will be now going to another section. And the good students who excels in section 2, section 3, section 4 will be mixed in a special class in second year. Okay, and third year, fourth year, fifth year, like that. Okay. Okay. So anybody listen to me right now? Things like that. And then in the fourth year, there will be a deliberation of honor students like that, no? Of course, still, again, a special class. No more chance for the second section. And again, the second section to the last section will be the special awards, not given. Okay? But not the academic honors. Okay? Things like that. Because it was screened meticulously, no? And developmentally, level to level. So things is very competitive, right? Okay, things like that. So if you are really competitive and maintaining being a consistent honor student, so expected you are always be in the special class, no? In the section A, no, or section 1. Okay, get the point? Because that's the mode of studying in Naga National High School before. Okay, but I don't know what's the system now, no, in Naga National High School presently. And I do believe now it's more technologically advanced, right? Because before we don't have computers, but now they have computers already, right? It's natural because the world is changing, no? Converted to in a cyberspace digital world, no? So that's why also, okay? So any questions so far for that class? Okay, get the point. So my shirt is very crumpled, right? Do I have to play the music now, my voice, because it's a lot finished already? I think so, right? So let's play the music. I love to listen to my voice for a while because it is Saturday, my day off, right? I will be happy to the highest level. Sharp. Okay. Play music, ladies and gentlemen. Sotero. So that's my voice. Because I found boring when I do something and then if I don't play my voice, recorded voice. The meaning of the song tells us that in this world, we cannot possess all the materials in our lives. No, sometimes it's limited. Sometimes also we cannot have that. So there's no perfection in this world. So that's why didn't we almost have it all? Get the point? Things like that. So it can be applied also to a certain relationship. You have a failed relationship, like that, because you cannot have it all. That's the song all about. Whatever you tried, you cannot really get everything in this world. So that's the general meaning of the song. I hope also the singers will do like that, right? Every song they will interpret, and explain to the audience. It will be more productive. Teaching also at the same time while singing, right? It's not purely entertainment, but the singer also will act as a teacher. Explaining the content like that to the audience. I love it. It's not all about talent, no? It's also the intelligence on the cognitive understanding. What? Cognitive understanding. See? That's my style because I need to achieve, power. It's a growl. Growling technique in music. That's giggle factor, right? Giggle factor. That's balik. Actually, you can do so many things when you sing. Okay? It doesn't matter anymore as long as you deliver the message. Wow. I make it high. So I almost finish, and I can finish this task, and after that another task also, right? So this is it, pansit, no? You know that, guys, if I cannot sing, I will die. I don't know. Even though but I'm just a singer. But if I cannot sing, I don't know. I don't know what it means to me, right, Char? Hello, guys. Okay. To all Bisaya out there, forgive me, right? I'll just love talking in English. Okay. So you can interpret whatever. You will say, Cebuano talking in English. Never mind, guys. This is coming from my heart. Okay, the point, because I'm convenient in speaking in English rather than Bisaya. In my vlog, in my live streaming. Okay, sorry. Di ba Ma'am Lia Salonga? Okay. We are speaking in English most of the times. You and me are speaking in English every time we talk. Ma'am Lia Salonga. Because Lia Salonga loves to talk in English every time she will be interviewed, right? Okay, the same for me. But I'm just an ordinary person. But she is a celebrity, a singer. But me, I'm an ordinary. But we have the same character every time we talk, right? Okay, the point. Because we will be crazy. But my English also is understandable. Right? It's not cheap that we cannot understand what I'm talking. Shut up. Okay, get the point. Things like that. But somewhere along the way, guys, if I'm lengthening, I love the term lengthening. If I'm lengthening my my speech, somewhere along the way, I cannot talk in Bisaya also. But you cannot just notice for now. But after 30 minutes from now, I gonna speak also in Bisaya. Okay? Things like that. But first priority is English. I don't know. Okay, things like that. Oh my gosh. A moment in time. Right? Very low note, guys. See? And fall. Meaning to say, sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed, like that, So I complain because of the low note. Sometimes I found difficulty in too much low note or extremely low. That's why, guys. Because high note is my comfort zone. That's why. I feel that I will be sleepy. I'll be activated if I will sing only normally. You get the point? I don't know, guys. Ever since I'm the type of a singer like that. Wow. Really? That's one, right? That song talks about the children, right? See? Let the children's laughter. Everybody searching for a hero. People is on to look up to. I'll never find anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided no hello. That I could walk in the air and shell. If I fail, see, if I fail, if I succeed, at least I believe. It doesn't matter anymore. As long as we try, right? Greatest love of all. Love is high on me. The greatest love of all is to Jesus. Love me to love yourself. It is the greatest love of all. I believe that children are our future. Teach the way, and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter reminds us how we used to. I signed long enough to walk in anyone's shelf. If I succeed, at least I need a hungry relax. I found the greatest love inside of me. The greatest love of all. It is to achieve. Lord, need to love yourself. Is it the greatest love of all? Only by chance the special place that you've been dreaming of is it to love living find us right in love. We listen to Sheta's guys. Find your strength in love. We listen, Shep. Find your strength in Nicole. Hadlok lang ko, guys. Find your strength in Wak. Kasi tatawa guys. Puta mo lang kasi tatawa mo. I don't know how to say this. How is karaoke? Kasi fish na tayo. Kasi yung Tapos ka naman hello guys. Maglisod ko naman hello. Uy, pero makaya na ba sa akin? Asya no? Kanan ba? Iwa. Yan. Taas ka na siya gusto? Struggled. Oo, taas ka. Ano ba? Taas. Diba? Oo. Pasito mo to siya. It's us. Dito nila kita kas mo. It's just ganun ka ba? Diba?
Ang kaluwas ako guys, ang saya ko gato.
It's just sweet. It's just sweet. It's just It's just sweet. It's just sweet. One you love. Matali ayun no. Iit pa din. Iit. It's just sweet. It's just sweet. One you love. Sa dapat ay. Pero kung kanta naman ko din mo, kung sa yung gamit ko, no? Tatama ko muna ba? Para lang kita sa imo, no? Tapi ito ko muna siya. It's not sweet! Para di ba? It's not sweet! Wala sa hindi ko mas karoon mo. It's not sweet! Di ba pinaniti? Be careful lang, hindi sitang patataas, no? Sa mga, isip kong kanta, muli may pantali na. Gusto ko nung kanta, kanta yung contest. So far, nalaon ko contest, wajud ko kanong kanta. Ang hilo. Butang pa, Sa asal na po, Asia, Got Talent,
American Idol, mga TNA, ang asa po. At yung mga tanang, wala sa pwede naman. Ako ka palilit, Santos, ka pa siya. Diba? Kaya katalinis ng boys din Manila, kung bakit hindi Manila ba siya ko. Kaya pa hindi mo, mga gamay o mga kalinis mo. Kasi lagi ko mapag, so sa tayo, yung kapag sa mga kaya tayo. May kamo siya ba? O diba? Ganun lang. May magandang everybody, o. Actually, makuha man ako nota, ang makuha na babalik ng department. Yung iba mo placement sa akong vocals, department ko, wala na condition akong voice, wa. Mo ba, Jun? Pag sure sa Jun, oy. Okay. Mo, Jun, 4:40 na ba ya, Jun? Padyo ka na human. But in short, guys, I love that pinakahuman ako dito sa akong task. Task number 2, ang pagbiga-biga sa pagpangutaw. Charas. Okay. So, muna na siya netabo karon. Hulot ko oras sa utaw, guys. Because I cannot wear also and iron clothes, no? Because my mother always ironed my clothes. When I grow up, I always wear iron clothes. So that's why when I'm alone, I don't have my mother anymore to iron my clothes. So that's it. Concept. I need to be dependent and independent with my own self. Right? Hello, Mama. I love you, Mama. Okay. Things like that. I love you, Mama Lumin from the Philippines. Okay, how are you today, Mama? So I need to iron these clothes. So if I'm in the Philippines, she will save me to this kind of ironing, right? So that's it. That's the main reason behind. Or behind. Okay. Really, guys. Behind is just a newly pronunciation. Before that is behind, right? But they augmented that into behind. Okay, the American English, no, but it's still acceptable to say behind. No, there's no issue for that. But since it was really changed and modified, oh no, the later version or the latest version will be behind. It's not behind. But in UK English, it's still behind. But only in American English, behind. Behind or behind. Okay, just review that by your own. So maybe you will say, Sotero is only telling story. Research that by your own so that it will be aligned what am I talking about, right? To establish fact-finding ability of confirming certain issues and arguments, use your research skill to fully believe what I'm telling to you guys. Do not believe immediately what Jun said. Jun laughed, right? Maybe I may be wrong. I am wrong, right? So double check that every time. Every time you go away. Every time. That's not all about. I still remember. Every time you go away. Always show them in my mind. Right? There's a song like that. Every time you go away, you take a place of me with you. So there's a song like that. I can still remember when I was, in high school, because listening to the music, radio like that, and also in the neighborhood, because before when I was in high school, we don't have a sing-along karaoke machine. I just went to my neighbor to sing. Things like that because during the singing contest, and that guy also loves to sing, but he don't compete in a competition, but he loves to listen also the way how I sing, I think. So that's why he invited me to be in his house with her wife and the children. So sing this like that. I can still remember. Il mondo my world. Let tender kisses bleed in my world. He'll never leave without you. He'll know. He'll love us all I need in my world. So say here in my heart. Das que sa labas. He'll not know. Right? The end of that song is very high also, and it needs diaphragm voice. That kind of song, El Mundo. Say love is excellent. And you need to be emotional in that song. You need to express everything, comes from your heart like that. Because that song is very meaningful, right? Okay. So that would make the song more lively. And so sometimes it helps you to win also, right? Okay. Based on experience. Okay. Things that so I'll sing that in my neighborhood, and then that's multiplex, right? Still multiplex. Okay. And then you want me to sing also like Tom Jones, like the green grass of home, like that. Okay. And then so many years went by, and then my sister went to Manila, to work like that, and then she purchased the sing along machine like that, and I don't go out na, no, I'm staying in the house to sing na. Okay, get the point? Or at the time. Things like that. And then my sister told me to sing. Sing like this, like that. And she likes me to sing Whitney Houston, One Moment in Time at the time. Okay, things like that. Okay. Because my voice, prior to that, really is, when I was, ano ba? Get the point? Sing One Moment in Time, right? Because my voice is like a girl when I was, child going to my youthful. So the texture, it's so sharp and feminine, right? It's changing when I was in 12 years old or 13 years old, like that. Okay? So, alam na this. That's why I cannot resist singing women songs. Okay? But maybe I'll choose already the male version, of course, no? So that's why. Okay? Di ba? May pinaghuhugutan, may pinanggagalingan, no? That's why things. Okay. Baby, baby, when you kiss me like this. When I was 11 years old. Okay. When you touch me like that. It was coming away. Like that, okay? Right? Okay. So mga pagkuan na, college, like that. High school na pa dong sa college, mga Martin, mga song, no? Hindi ka pwede ang mga, mga male version na talaga. Char. Pwede, Diba? Hanggang sa dulo ng, diba? Things like that. Yung magkataas ba ng hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan, no? Get the point, no? That's what I love that song, no? Ano ba? No? But in a male style, get the point, no? Hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan. Okay, get the point. Hanggang matapos na kailan pa man, ikaw ang siyang mamahalin at siyang yayakapin, manalig ka aking gilid. Di ba? I like song kanang may build up ba nga song. Build up the note until it will become higher and higher and higher. So, things like that. First, very slow, like that. And going to the bridge, like that, until to the last, mura siya explode na bitaw. That's build up. Okay? So, sa singing contest, build up contest pieces ang name niya, guys. You get that point na. Usually, niya, guys, may mga money note sa end. Okay? Titik man sa singing contest. Ang manino. May syagit dyan sa last ba? Still that's the trending in the Philippines, no? The singing contest still to be like that, okay? So it's a little bit changed already, no? Since the evolution of Kizzy Tandingan and what's that? The Cebuana singer, Janine Berdin, no? The genre. But again, it come back to be like that also, no? After the one. So I thought it will change, no? Ano ba, there will be a shift of the trending of the singing contest since the time Kizzy Tandingan won, and after that Janine Berdin because of their genre, right? Things, but it come back also like this, no? After that, no? Still Biritan. Okay, kita point no. Oo, kahit lalaki Biritan pa rin. Kita point, oo. Oh. Katong Rubio nga na champion, syagit man po to ya. It's like that, oo. Sigaw din, pero hindi ang pagkasigaw. Of course, he will not become a champion if that's not a good sigaw, right? Things like that. But it's just happened, he is not my bet, that's why. But I'm not saying I cannot appreciate his performance. I can still appreciate, it's just that it's not my preference. Okay? You know what is preference? Meaning, it's not your personal choice ba? Okay, get the point? Even though they are good, sometimes we have individual preference. Okay, things like, for example, ang imong preference is tinaw, taas, tinaw, na dili karat. That's for another person. Another person, so they love voices that are karat-karat, taas, like that. Another point, di ganahan po syagit-syagit, only slow, that's also their preference. Di sila ganahan na mo syagit o mubirit, that's their preference. Other also, ganahan sila fast beat song, that's also another reference. But it doesn't mean we can recognize the way how they sing. It's just like we don't prefer the type of music. Nagets niyo yung philosophy or wala? The point, you can still get the philosophy or not. But it doesn't makes them a less of a singer, no? If you don't like them. It's just like you don't like them, but others like them. Right? So we will, that's why when we try to perform on stage, if we will sing, our objective is not to please everybody. No? Our objective really is to be happy when we sing. Okay? So that we can relate the message of the song to anybody who wants to listen to you. Diba? So that it can really brings them to other dimension of their lives if that song message is relatable to them. Like that. Sometimes they will cry, like that. So in that aspect, in that momentum, in the verge of the type of song, sometimes the voice of the singer doesn't matter anymore. Okay? Things like how high, how talinis, how sharp, whatever, because nakafocus sila sa message. So that's also sometimes, right, if you notice that in singing contest, so they will forget the mistake as long as the singer also try to sing it from the heart, even though there's a clarity that's slightly off. So we need to say, sometimes, it's not all the time, okay? Sometimes, it defeated also the technicalities, the way how you give life to your song. It could be defeated, especially if your errors are so slight, no? Technically, no? Na-off lang kang gamay, but it will be noticeable if you are really a singer to become a judge, no? It will be noticeable. Unlike you are an ordinary listener, you'll never notice that. You will always notice if beautiful to your ears, like that only. But the singer's judges are very, very sharp, in listening, even though a very slight off, very slight sharp. They can detect that always. But sometimes this sharpness and these flats will never matter at all. Sometimes, if the singer is very good in his emotion, their emotions like that, no? And the way they give life to the song, things like that. Okay? Okay. So that's the reason also sometimes if the singers are very good like that, no? But the lack of connecting the audience feelings, no? Sometimes most of the times, no? I think so, nowadays, no? They will be defeated by a singer that, even though not very high, not very beautiful, but the way how they sing by it can really captures us, to the highest level. I'm speaking for the reality. Especially if you watch American Idol, they are not into that range, technicalities, as long as, in short, their trick will gonna win, no? If they don't like you, even if you die in the stage, they cannot appreciate you. So sometimes there's human nature also, there's bias and human nature. But since they are the judges, we cannot complain to that, no? So that's called tripping, no? If you are the trip of the judges, no, even though you are not very good, you will be selected. But even though how good you are, even you will kill yourself on the stage, you will never be selected by them. This is for sure. Sometimes there's really bias and human nature. Sometimes man guna kani mo super duper very good. Sometimes they can threaten also the game that they cannot expect. Especially I am a judge, and that kind of competition runs to how many months. Of course, they have already a personal choice of those contestants, personal bet. And here comes this contestant, example only, very strong, and then she or he might be the threat, no, of those personal favorites of these judges. So that's why they eliminated the threat. And that's happened in American Idol. Okay, get a point in Asia's Got a Talent. You could not expect the very strong contender will be eliminated just because of that. Because it will be highly noticeable. That, ano ba? Okay, that's why they're gonna eliminate directly without question because they don't like that. That's not his favorite or personal choice like that. Sometimes it's no longer more on the ano ba, on the skillful judging. No, it's more on the personal choice na talaga siya, no? Nowadays, if you can notice, okay, so what they like, it's gonna win. Okay, things like that. Oh. So that's why when you try to join that competition, never expect that much that you will be selected or chosen because in the first place, we don't know. They like us. So all we have to do is to give our best. Like that, no? As if that will be our last performance in our entire life. Parang mga ganun nga level, you get the point? Oo. Okay? Okay, things like that. Oh. That's why. And some of great contestants, no, singers, they will lose hope also, no? If they felt to be like that. Because I noticed also, no? I cannot mention names, but in my mind also, no? Okay, because I've been really watching different competitions whether locally and internationally. There are competitors that they stop joining already because up to now they are not chosen. Sometimes they will be chosen like second runner-up, but they will never be the champion also, right? Okay, get that point, no? Oh. And then, the world of entertainment sometimes it's so unfair, right? Okay, because people who dreams to be having a spotlight in the recording industry are those people who were not given a chance also to be in the music industry. But those people are not expecting to be in the record industry. They are the people who were selected to be in the music industry. So we like to say there's no such certainty. It's not certain. Things like that. They will never expect also to that because there's a lot of singers in the Philippines, right? Who we are, that we're gonna judge, that we're gonna be really a recording singers. There are very great singers, even the YouTube like that. No, they will never give a chance to sing in ASAP. They had never given a chance to sing in, in GMA7, IUS, AUS like that. No, so many guys, even good, no, things like that. But see, the world is like that, and we must accept that. That's human nature. You get the point? We cannot fight for human nature. Okay? Because that's it already. That's it. Pansit. Okay? Things like that. So it's not enough to say, I will give all my best, and you need to entrust to the Lord also in your performance. Right? You get the point now that the Lord will guide you in everything like that, no? Okay, so that there's a possibility that you will be chosen to win in that particular competition. So, I do believe in that also. Okay? Any questions so far? Things like that. Okay. But to tell you honestly, guys, the most difficult competition that I joined when I'm still in college, it's a band competition. Meaning you are so many in the stage, let's say group of 4, group of 6, because you cannot understand if you will remember your part sometimes, but because of you will panic which part you will be able to harmonize. And sometimes when you are singer, you're totally different if you are a solo
So when you try to be in the group, you must adjust, no? So that it can harmonize ba the effect of the synchronization of the voicing like that, no? And you need sometimes to control it, your original style, just because you are in the group. Okay, things like that. But all of a sudden, you start to slowly like that, no? And then until such time, you cannot really control, just like me before. So we have a part before, right? And then our conductor said, don't do it in that way, because if I do that in that way, I will be different ba in the ear. So I will be noticeable that the others cannot be heard. Because in a group kasi, in a choir, it should be balanced. If you sing in a choir, the sound to be heard must be balanced, no? So it's not more on this guy, more on this woman, unless there's a solo part that's already granted. But the moment you will merge, no, with each other, it should be, ano ba, equally. The sound will be equal. That nobody will be dominant, no, things like that. So you need to control your style. Especially me, I love, I love belting like that, no. And the conductor said, "Don't do it like that." What what happens in the competition? Get the point? No, I built it out. Get the point? And then they cannot complain anymore. I'm the girl, that I'm the boy, girl, like that, because she's beside me and the other also here. So we are actually, that is a religious singing festival, Region 7, like that, no? And we are a group of I think that was eight finalists, like that, no? So all contestants will be in the religion sectors in Christian, like that, no? There will be representative in the Baptist, there will be representative in the Catholic, there will be representative in basta all Christians community, and then our songs will be devoted to the Lord, like that. Okay? And our song at the time, Don Moen, Hallelujah to the Lamb, right, like that. And this in the Hallelujah to the Lamb, Bangod, guys, I really listened that before I'm with them in the practice, just to listen it carefully. There's a part there that the vocalist will try to to explode. Then I need to copy that one also a little bit, right? And then when we practice that inside the church, the conductor said, it should be like that only. It's deviated back. I know, I understand also the point that we try this thing, we need to make different from the original. I know it already also. Okay, but that we need to make a transition. It's in order to make to make us different ba the way it sounded, because it looks like we copied entirely, from the original. I know also that philosophy when you join competition, but okay, I think I adjusted a lot. No? And then I copied everything now what the conductor told us, of course, our part. Ano na, final na. Hala, because di pa mo na city ang Naga before. Okay, from Naga, Cebu. Naga, Cebu, represented by Single for Christ Community, Couples for Christ. Okay, things like that. Kami mga representatives sa Singles for Christ, because the Couples for Christ, of course, they are already old. How can they present? Of course, the Singles for Christ will present, no? Because that's a competition. That's a religious band fest of Christian. Okay, things like that. And then, okay, to make the story short, okay, things like that. No, okay, predicted contestant number 1, I think mga 5 or 6 mga anak. Okay, things like that. Oh, okay, paano? Pagkatasarisyon, awarding na. Top 3 na. Things like that. Okay. Of course, guys, di ba mag-expect guys? Wala naman po. That was my first time in joining a band competition. Good ba yan? Things like that. Okay. Third place. Like that. Huwag mo mag-expect po. Okay. Naga, Cebu. We landed in third place. Get the point. But it's not also enough, guys, that we say that if I will not build up that part in the last, we will not become top 3, right? So we cannot judge that also. Maybe that's also the reason why we became top 3. Or that might be a reason that we deducted a point because it's not good to listen or whatever. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Okay, as long as I sing for the Lord. Parang ganun na lang siya. Huwag sa siya mayabang. If mayabang, kita may ma-third, right? Kita point ko. So I think it's just there are better than us at the time. So let make it pure and simple, no? There's better than us at that competition, of course, because we are not a champion. We are only third place, right? So simple as that. We don't need to worry, because I felt, Manggol, after the competition, maybe it will become second or something like. Nagsuspect ko ba nga if I follow the requirement of that conductor that I will not belt out the last note in the last, maybe we will be higher than third. But I changed my I changed my judgment because I don't know also what the judges doing at that particular competition, right? So things like that, and suddenly I forgot that. Okay, until the days passed, years passed, like that, no? And I said to myself, it's just a competition. It doesn't matter anymore, like that. Oh, okay. If I did it already. There's no regret, right? You get the point. Because there are two ways kasi you need to go high, you need to go normal in the ending of that song. And the conductor, our conductor in the choir told me not to, not to explode in the last. But I exploded it kasi. You get the point? Oo. But man may abag, kaya naman ako ang nota. Ako pa. Said, oo. It's just like that siguro ba, wala matuman ba ang instruction sa conductor. I felt also guilt. No? But to be honest with you guys, the conductor did not consult me why you did that. No, until now. So meaning to say, they were satisfied. Diba? If my conductor did not like it, he will call me why you did it in that way. O, diba? Wala, Jud. So sa ito pa, nasatisfy siya, no? Itatapan, sa iba, masuspect ko, pagkato siya ako, sakit ko, tumana, because I did not follow his instruction, no? Things like that. Sa grupo sa band fest. That's only the first time I joined the band music competition, third place lang siya. Kita po yun, my entire life. Okay? Things like that, oo. Hindi man ko banda god, you get the point? I'm not a band vocalist, you get the point? Oo. I used to sing in a choir since a child. Things like that, oo. And the mode of singing in the choir is totally different, no? In this band vocalist, because most of them, they will not sing, by heart. They will, sorry to say this, ha, I'm not saying all of you guys, ha, okay. They will just sing to be impressed, to be appreciated, like that, just to earn money. They will just show everything that they are good, like that. More on the human world way of delivering their performance so that they can be appreciated, to earn money more, so that there will be racket another that after their performance. So in choir kasi it's not like that. When we sing, it's just coming from our heart always. Like that, no? It's really totally different when you are coming from the choir compared to the band music, no? But there are also singers came from a choir, like Lani Misalucha, no? She grew up in the choir before she became a recording artist. No? It depends on the history of that singer also. Whitney Houston, no? She sang also in the choir before she became a popular diva in America, right? Oo, mga ganun na level, okay. Kasi klase siya nga ang mga roots, you get the point? Oo. Things like that. Si Jessica has been singing in the church in San Fernando, right? Sa choir. Jessica Villarubin. Diba? So, mga ganun na mga level. It depends. That's why when she sing, it's always coming from her heart also. Okay. But it doesn't mean only singers come from the, comes from the church are always sing with emotions. I'm just saying ba, I relate my part to this aspect ba. Di ba na magpasabot nga, sa choir, may nga mo ka, nasa ba yung mga diligikan sa choir nga, emotion jud. Di ba? Ganon. Sus ko po. Things like that. Okay, things like that. So, siguro if I don't have a profession, I use singing as my earning in living. Probably, I'm an entertainer, of course. Okay, but since I'm blessed by God, so that's why I'm never using my talent to do that, no? Because I can sing, I can dance, I can talk, I can have humor or whatever. So the stage is open for me, no? For entertainment, right? But it's just that I have my profession, that's why I'm not struggling in earning money. That would be better than those jobs because also it's very tiring. Every night you will perform like that. Okay, so that would be also their destiny also sometimes, no? It's not all, but mostly in the entertainment industry. So they are not also professionals, right? So that's why they use their talents to earn money. So there must be a big reason to that also. Okay, but there are also professionals that they're just singing like that, but not necessarily to be paid. They just love singing. Okay? Diba? You get the point? Oo. Mm-mm. Or they are professionals, but then they are singing and paid being a singer. Okay? Or a mixture of everything. Depende. You get the point? Oo. But in my case, I'm never using my voice to earn money. In YouTube only. Get the point? Oo. Okay? Things like that. Oo. But before, guys, it's a sort of like that, no? But it's not really that direct because, for example, if there's an invitation in a wedding, singing, okay? We are in the group to sing, not only me. So how come I say that I use my voice in earning? So it's a total not earning. Like a gift ba after you perform like that, and then the bride room, or they will give you money ba after, get the point, no? And there will be an arrangement how much total pesos that they will give, and after that they will give to us, and we, the group of the choir, will just manage what to do with the money, or we'll make that as a fan, or whatever, or we'll go to the beach to enjoy that divide. But so far we don't divide the money, guys. We will just go to the place, when we like a beach like that, we also sing there like that, and people that loves to because most of our like that know how to play guitar. I think there are 3 or 4. They love to make guitar ba, and then I cannot do the guitar, of course. Okay, get the point. Or then some will do the piano and the drums, things like that. No, okay. So when we go in the beach, we will also sing, right? Of course, no, things like that. But the money given by the wedding program will be budgeted to that, no? But there are times also we don't go. We make it, we donate to somebody like that, no? Like an outreach program, and that fund we gain from singing in a wedding, blah, blah, blah. We will try to donate ba, things like that in group. Mga ganun na level. Okay, so when I graduated in college, I still sing. But guys, it's another direction already because we are a separated direction now. Some are married, blah, 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 so and so. Okay, but the same thing, our conductors still remain in the church, like that. But the new setup of choir is already different, no? It's not my batch anymore, but the younger versions, no? Things that, but I still mixed with them because I'm not married. Okay. I'm mixing with the youngest. And they always call me there, blah, 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 so and so. Get a point? And then it came to a point, guys, na murag na ako'y sulo-sulo ko no, hi, char! Uy, dili siya ano lang, ginagmay. Things like that. And then somebody, because kasi in our place, there's so many also singers, right, no? In our place. I think this will be common in the entire Cebu, right? But in our place mismo, ba na yung mga pilapil sa mature, like, in fact, my niece also is love singing like that. No, also joins singing contest. No, okay. After me, okay. And there's also our the daughter of my cousin like that. No, loves to sing also in ABS-CBN like that. Tanghalan. So really, it's ano ba? It's a singing ano talaga siya ba? You got the point. And there's a lot of calling like that. There's a singing contest, blah, 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 so and so. At sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I cannot attend because I studied chemical engineering. I need to devote, no? So that's why some like that I don't join in my college days. You get the point, no? But sometimes I will join if I'm totally free like that, if condition ko kustanan, but not all the time na, okay? And then there came a time, guys, na I'll sing in the burial, okay? And every song is 500 pesos. Okay? So I said to myself, oh my gosh, this is good. Because the other singer invited me in our place, no? Neighbor. Let's sing June. My nickname is June. Let's sing June in because they invited us in a burial. Things like that. But I never expect na bayad, of course. At the point, I'm not really into money. As long as I can sing ba. At the point, because I will be peaceful if I can sing. It's not totally about money ba. I will be happy ba. Things like that. And then he said, we arranged that inside the church. That's Simala Church. So si Bunga, Diyos ko po, 500 eh. 500 every, siya, tagakanta daw 500. Kanta ko, lupa. Wala ko mga version sa lupa. Alam na this. Ako kanta is lupa, warrior is a child, and then, katungkuan nga pang, sa mga Ginoo ba? Kita point, lead me Lord, sa 515, at least. Siya po, dapat siya yaha. Ikaw lang mamahalin, limot ko kayo, babae mo to. Okay, girl invited me to sing in the burial. And after that, sing ko,
Wala silang kumukanta. Uy, kiwa kumanan na mukanta ka ng nailungon ba ni pasok bitaw sa mitso ko. Wala, di lang ko animin. Okay lang to na okay sa church man gusto mo kanta ka kay church okay naman di ba? Wala na akong feeling mga I will sing ang iya yung the coffin will be carried by the I could still remember this guys, no? And then I will sing. I declined for a moment. I said to she's a girl. Sing for them. You got and then she okay, I will sing. And she sing sa bawat pag-ikot like ano ba? Will be pushed into the opening diba? Opening of the tub. But all the people are very sad like that. Of course, no joking because that is Burial. My gosh, the point. Oh, and then finish already. And then you need to ensure that it's completely done while the song is also finished. Oh. And then guys, at that moment, guys, ang kanimang kung ikaw lang ang kuan gud. Namo ko siya birit part. You get the point though. I remembered did not explode that part. No, because I do believe that is a sad thing. Maybe they will find it irritating to like a contest way in singing or I don't know, no? Maybe. And he used the extreme falsetto lang to reach that note. Mamalin! Like that ba? Instead of Mamalin! They changed the, the mode of hitting the note. I understand also, of course. Okay, get the point. But I detected it. May problema siya kay Burial naman guys. Di man siya and then you need to sing in a very sentimental manner. So ito pa, ang check ko ana iyaha 2,000. Ako 1,500, di ko di kanta ato. Kay 500 by every song. Muna ko experience. Kita point, naka-experience ko Burial singing guys. Uy, not only in wedding singing. Sa fiesta, normally, okay, i-invite po kung mga, pwede ba sa tanang gayon? Depende rin sa invite. Kita point, ayun ba, di daghan ba? But there are times, there are few times. You get the point, Okay, things like that. Okay, yeah. Tagaan kag sobre, di ba? Things like that, Yeah. They will choose a song that you will sing. You get the point, no? And you will follow the requirement. Parang gano'n na eksena. You get the point, I'll sing like this, because that time I'll sing Michael V song at that time because that song is very popular at the time ba? Sa fiesta at that year. So literally, I'll sing there in a fiesta. It's not our own place, ha? It's on the next place ba? Next city, but di nyo man ko nahilig ko kanta-kanta. Whatever, kayo makita ba sa church every Sunday. Sa barangay. So, syempre, alam na, it's not saying also na ako syempre. At that moment ba, I was invited. You get the point? Okay, things like that. And then, ang kuy kanta kay, sinaktan mo ang puso ko. Michael V. And then after that, they gave me a short envelope and there's money like that. No, okay. Of course, guys, naman ko yung all ang sakit tanong mo ibaliba, di ba? As a form of respect, even though at first I don't like, because at first lang, pero kayo mo na something mga nakakita or whatever, ako na dawaton, kinisod sa kayo, kita po, plus kaon pa siya, kay fish time, gusto siya. After accepting the money inside the small envelope, and then you will eat also. After that, kalas, I'll go home na. Because lain naman sa ang party to, disco na to siya. Kita pwede ato nga party. Kita pwede kay dito nga part katong mga singing contest niya. Guess naman ko. Okay, hindi mo ko i-appeal sa contest kay syempre. Dito bi ako sa babaw niya. Like kayo. Mapil na sagko niya, syempre, di ba niya, mga judges, kailangan po dato uban. To avoid di ba? I'm not saying I'm very good, but to avoid, so let's not join na lang, join. Dito point, So ako dyan mismo, what ni join, pero actually pwede good siya, pero wala lang dyan ko ni join. In respect ba, itong mga judges na kailangan na ako, nasa sa church, uban, char. Di ba? Kakaluka. Pag ni-invite na ko katong president sa kapilya, the president of the the organization, yun yung katong mga nalito nga sa choir. Kita po, things like that. Ang kakarapot ko. Why not? Di ba? Things like that. After that, katong last na kong i-apilan, bro, ano mo ko ato sino mo ko ato nga stage? Nakatrabaho naman siguro ko ato, naka-abroad na. Ako kayo nung domang guys, kaya that was before naman sa akong life. Char!
Okay, then that will be my super memorable part. I became a champion yun siya, no? Out of 12 contestants na I never expect that to happen. Okay, okay mo ito yung pinaka-precious na ako. Kaya di ko hinaog, guys. Dami na dagang kayo mga contestant. 50 contestants, 40 contestants. So it's rare for me to win if kuan man gani makataghak. Oh. So third, like that. No, but usually di jud siya. Ay pa talaga mangkot. But if 10 lang, nga na bitaw, 7 lang, 8 lang, di kay daghan ang contestants. So sometimes second, sometimes third. Pero di sa siya pirmi. Okay? But sa katong bata pa ko mo idaghan. Second, third, siya first, second. Ang akong tingog manggod, babae manggod siya nga pinataas ba? Kapoy ka tunog yun sa babae ba? Kapoy, no? My voice is like a girl when I was a kid. But lalaki na taas ang tingog ba? Nilubad manggod pag 13, dili na nga akong voice, pero hilig magyapon kong kanta, man mga pinapil gyapon ko kunuhay. Things like that. Oo. So I'm just relating the stages ba no? Sa stage na ko sa bata pa ko di. Sige ko kadaog ato mga higayuna. Kaya akong tingog muram sa babae. Nag-catch ninyo. Kuya mo sa kay kumdag action. Okay, action, gesture sa stage. Muna gini akong kinantahan sa online, pati mata, nanadjudidaan kamay pa ko. Mga emotion, hindi ka tapos ito. Nung tuong mo karoon na niya, Diyos ko po, bata pa ko na mga emosyon. Kakaloka. Okay. Kung pwede pa lang muhilak, Diyo, hindi ka tapos ito. Okay, things like that. Siya na po, no? So, katong last na ko na, ako yung na-champion, ako mag-expect, no? Hindi ka point, no? Muna to siya ang ubay-ubay to siya nga contestant 12 di ka buo. Pero, okay, religious po siya. Religious singing festival sa City of Daga. Kami man ang mo-present sa uptake mo kayo ng Couples of Christ, Singles for Christ mo present o mga something. Yung mo kontra mga charismatic, nga na bitaw, Baptist. Pero Christian siya. Iglesia ni Cristo. Kita point mga ni anak ba? Kita point ng mga Christian communities nga contestants. Okay. Open na to siya sa Christian na mga songs. Kita point no. Nikata na siya, lang yun ako akong best. Ang akong gi-follow nga contest pistin, Pedro Calungsod. Akong gi-imitate ang dress ni Pedro Calungsod. Nagdapo ko atong dahon. Ako yung istadihan pagayo yung song, no? Ako yung idamdam pagayo. Pero na ako gi-change. Kasi iba mo akong gi-change. Sa last, ni Diret yung guys. Dito po ito. Dito na ako kapugan ang Diret guys ko eh. Ambot lang ano mi. Nadyo ko'y kuha na naman. Nadyo ko'y memory yun na ako yung itaas ang mga nota sa last na noon. Dito po ito. Pwede pa man good i-elevate. Pero once ko mag-expect ko makadaog ha, atong kayo lang, mag-expect ko ta. Kailangan pa nindot sa tingog. Pero ang katong nindot og tingog, in my own opinion ba, kuha mo siya kuhaan, actions, like that, no. Nalabuan sa ito na ako points dito sa katong part. Okay? Sa katong stage presence, stage performance. Kaya ang singing contest man, is not all about the voice. Diha, sa contest, common denominator ninyo, yung tingog maura ba or nindot ba or whatever or nindot, pinaka-nindot, or di kay nindot na common siya ba? No? Common denominator ka maumo mo kanta, nindot sa mo kanta, pero natin sila nindot sa kayo basta common lang yung kuan ba. Anong ni-appeal man mo kung di mo nindot mo kanta, di ba ka naman nagnaon ko, di ka pwede. So there's a common denominator. At na na siya mo vary dito sa mga technicalities, vocal range, sa style, sa emotion, pronunciation, diction, total man ang mga points. Entrada pala na ako, namakpak na po yung mga ito. Kung ano kung kabukas ako ba? Ano man na namakpak pa sa pag-ayo? Liman kang anong costume na Pedro Calungsod, Jud. To tell you honest, sila wa baya. Normal right lang mga dress. O dahil impact, ayun o. Ako rin nalahi. Diba? Ilang isulog mga Amerikana, whatever, nga formal lang siya. This is to tell the truth. Okay, ito po ito. Yeah, but here comes ako, pagbuwa na ako, contestant number 5 bang ko. Pagkuha na ako akong dress, pang-kuhan na rin, pang-send. Kang-kuhan yun ako. Pero Calungsod nga, nalahi, bitaw siya. Ka na bitaw, establish pa kag-uniqueness na ang kuhan mo nag-score sa high. Bitaw. Unique ang imong appearance ba ro? Not only the voice, appearance, style, mga ganun. Okay, tapos, namakpak ba rin, wala kabuka ito ba? Diba? Kaya pagtanaw nila, lahi man ang kung kuhan mo projection na yun ba niya? Diba? O sa mag-expect nga putol diri ang kuan, ang pant, o pwede pa tumaw kayo mo ta. Okay. Mukata pa ba jud ko.
So ako sa gitara akong performance guys o para di ta malakan si ani eh syempre wato sa una ha karon na niya ako istorya di ta palakan si ani kay syempre question na pag-ayo ako na lahi niya syempre ato nang butang pasabog pa jud no kay usahay ra ba kasi kung sa panay mo kakuan wa jud kay mo pasabog sa dira sa jud kakadaog kibaw namang grupo ana god di ka o di ba o yan may nindot niya sa akong una dapat mo-exercise yung kwali, balik ko ako yun i-explode sa last. Mo to akong i-explode sa last ang nota. Sa itong Pedro Calungsod theme song. Listen that in YouTube. No? Kaya raman kaya na ko i-elevate ang note. It's very, ano pa. Okay? So mo to, nakuha siguro to, na-notice na ako eh. Kaya pa, pero hindi na ito tingog uban ay duha or tulo nila ito tingog. Things like that. Mo naman ako nag-expect ato kasi syempre na mga nilutitingog kay kibaw naman po good contest is just about the voice no it's about the program nadadaan kasi ko apel ko I know also the criteria mo bitang question ko ato char pero wala ko mag-expect nga ako yung makadaog pero kibaw ko ba sa criteria in our competition alam mo ko kasure jud kay makadaog di ba nadagan man mo i-give me yung best ko wala ko mag-expect ako rin lang ang costume lagi ko, no? Yan, lagi ko ba itong mga tananggan, siyempre mga Singles for Christ, naman dahil mga audience sa harap ba, wala pa na ang kuwan ko, sa naga, wala pa na tatong pa sa una, nga marag something na stage, like that, no? Yung mo perform dito na marag stage, wala pa na siya ka ng kuwan. Kanang ibuhat ka rin sa bago, no? Dito po ito, ang nag-organize man na ito, ang Parish Church of Naga Baya, mga youth, no? Things like that. Mo to ilang programa atong higayuna. Kibaw ka sa Singles for Christ kung ana. Kung judenta pa ko. Abi kay baga man tagnaw, kita jud ko ano. Char. Okay, things like that. Okay, gata point. Actually, guys, naman nila tingog sa among kuan, pero lagi lang kay siya grabe mo dag emotion ba. Mo kanta. Siguro manutos sa siguro nila no. Okay? The way how we sing nindot siya tingog tung ang conductor nindot siya tingog, guys. Gata point. Pero lagi kasi contest man go dili man go daogon sa kanindot lang sa tingog. Nagets ninyo? Dapat na mga emotion, mga stage performance, mga diction ng anak. Ito pa particular ba kay ko sa mga anak. Nakahiring sila no. Muna ako sige kuan aside nga baga kitag down. I was chosen talaga to represent the that's the couple for ang Singles for Christ ang Kids for Christ under sa Couples for Christ. So if there are events usually nga pang mature, they will pick sa Singles for Christ. Ang kids bata pa man. Right? Especially ang contest pang ano na ng mga Kids for Christ ang mukuan. Ito po ito. Ang couple po, char. Mga gulang na bayat po sila po. Okay? So syempre ito yung sa Singles for Christ ang mo represent. Okay? Bisa sa sports pa. No, volleyball, basketball. At tujud mo pa sa Singles for Christ category, di sa Kids for Christ, di sa couples. But they have their own category sa sports fest sa Couples for Christ. Kung sa may ka-family, mga ganon. Sharp. Okay, kata point? Oo. Diba? Things like that. The question so far, mga ganon. Ang aming conductor, guys, is also Singles for Christ at the time. Okay? Things like that. Things like that. Usay, gano'n yung mga kuha niya. Makasabot na lang niya. Diba? Naman tayo mo kanta niyo, ipasa din ang mikropono. Na maglingaw-lingaw na ba siya niya? Siya, bakang dancing queen! Wala ko dancing queen ba ni queen? Kinanayaw naman sila, iba sa point na oo. Ang babay hamon, di ba sa mo kanta eh? Kita point oo. Mapukus ka lang ko sa mong tingo, mapiit na ko yung tingo, para abdul lagi mong nota. Pero di na mo care, kinalingaw naman, kita point na oo. Naman ko yung time doon, ako matalinis ba, makaabot pag girly-girly po, kita point oo. Kanang dancing queen is not a voice, it's not a pitch for a man. Okay, na time mo talinis bitaw ko tingog, maabot man ako ko di kita point oo. Wala ko to akong chung. Uy. Ako jud ko nang i-force jud ko nang akong ikuan ba na. Di na siya makareklamo kay abot man ko lang nota. Pero i-force jud ko nang ako. Buti kay i-force na ako basta na importante. Nakabot na ko ang nota, sa din na nato nakabot, di ba? Ang problema na ang imong i-force nga wala nakabot. Way say-say, di ba? Wala siya say-say, imo pang i-force, imong set, imo juga puto niya, wala din mo naabot. Mas okay. Bahala dili kay perfect ang pag-abot basta naabot. Naman kanta-kanta ka, dili dili perfect jud di man. Sa balay, ganun so lo, i-force jud ay. Pero di sa tuingon na. Ko yung suon nga pagkaingon ba, kata pa dili siya ingon nga something lang negative. But ingon na siya ba nga ako jud ko i-force. Ako sa gito ba ka, alangan mo po sa ang importante makabot ang nota. Di wala mo tingog ako isuon. Okay, gata po doon. Ani abot na pa din na ko ato guys. Oy, gata po doon na. Mas lang expect ba? Gata po oo. Oh, once matalinis na ganin akong tingog, o alam na this. Hindi man mo talinis akong tingog karon guys. Gata po oo. Ang butang ano ni ko eh. Tiguang na magulos. 50 years old na magutan no. Ako tingog na mo talinis. Char. Gamit yung talinis guys kaya ang kana magungga you will use your voice through the neck lang bitaw. Mo stretch magud ang muscles. Muna makarihit kag thinner quality thinner thin. Just like a rubber band. When you try to stretch that one, the voice also is like that. It will become thinner and thinner and thinner. Okay? Things like that niya. Di man na siya pwede kung di matalinis imong voice. Ang diaphragm, it cannot produce thinner texture. Dili na siya sa liog. No? Sa vocal throat. You get the point, no? Because there are different sources of voices. In the face, in the neck, in the shoulder, sometimes in the feet, some chest voice, like that, mixed voice, sa nose, nasal, airy voice, like that, no, breathing voice, like that, no. Ang pinakalisod nga pulido yun siya nga pang, kuan siya pinaka-perfect yun sa music, ang diaphragm voice mo, yun na siya pinaka-formal sa stomach, na mabuo hindi mo, mo dyan siya sakto. Mali gamit sa choir. Ito po no? Ang gigamit sa kanang mga banda-banda lang, or magigig lang, whatever, no? Sige, liog naman na ilang kuan, nagsagol ko nila ang voice sa tiyan, sa chest, magsagol-sagol na lang ilang pagkukunan sa voice ba, okay? But kung kanta mo kung choir, dili naam ko siya strict nga requirement. Kita po ito, dili ka pataka nga, kung makaibaw yung conductor ba nga, piit ba ron? Char kay, lagi? Okay, kita po ito, no, na, kuan ba ron ang mong kuan, something, very very crucial kayo sa mga something dapat polish with period ang harmony dapat may lan baya na mo na waji mo sa tawa na guys oy mo eksena di ba kada sa mga asap na jud eksena mo pa kung ano po sa voice di nga na ang choir oy just ko po harmonization kay tanan nga way bulag ba way mo kuan char kasi mo pugong na lang bukuha to kay no dami pa kay kuan di ba pero kung solo siya pwede ba buhaton sa solo pero panagsa naman ang solo good. Oo. Nagsar kaya solo sa choir ay, ito oo. Ang solo kasagaran wedding ceremony nga. Medyo kay part mo, ito yung mukha chat. Okay, mga palalaki nga mga song. Okay, ito point oo. Diba? Tingnan mo na ma-enjoy ko sa unang panahon, wala ko sa abroad. Char. Oo. Diba? Magandang anything like sa singing song, kita okay, things like that. O, diba? Shout out sa ako mga ka-choir dito sa sa Cebu, no? Sa Tinaan. Tinaan City of Naga, Cebu Choir. Hello, shout out. Kita po ito. Diba? Things like that. Oh. Nundum lang taba, no? Okay, things like that. Oh, diba? Okay. Mong ganan kay ko ng lupa, no? Basta ganan kay ko ng lupa, guys, no? Bukan taga ko na lupa, mahilak jud ko guys. Sige ta po. Una, yung sa ko yung OA. Di jud siya OA kay di jud ako pugson guys. Sige ta po. Ang OA kanang murag bitaw kanang murag di ka natural ba? Sige ta po ito. Maya, sa din na ako moto jud akong luha. Oy, di jud na ako sa bahala ko sa kasutin niyo nako kasi mo na akong performance, di ba? Para lang jud ninyo mo kuan ko, nga mao jud ni tinuod di kalitra ko something nga makahilak baron ta sa song. Di ba siya tuyoon guys? Di ba kakahilak mo ko imong tuyoon? Unsa ni actress and actors sa showbiz movie kay tuyo di mo hilak para makwarta ka dili baya mo kalit ra biya. Okay, wa mo ka experience mo kanta mo na mo to inyong luha, mo na diha. Kay inyong pagkanta puro ra ni paylipay kana inom-inom, o masa ko mo pasyon ana kay inyong nang kalipay pod. Okay, mo nang di sad mo ka relate ba nga nay singer nga mo hilak sa John. Okay? So di na nato i-discriminate ha, kanang mo hilak ini na tong OA whatever kay mao jud na siya ang naramdaman. Kita po ito, oo. Nabot lang ninyo. Kita po ito. Pero mo-adjust ng pugod guys. Nung nagali sa stage, di ba sa kumuhilak? Pero kung sa'yo mag-anak ako, pero ako dyan pugngan kay siya pila stage na biya, di ba? Kita po ito. Labi na ka ng singing contest, di ba dyan pwede ka mo ilang kamalain ba yung voice, mo crack ba yung voice, mamaynos biya ka anak, guys. Kita po ito. So, nasa na yung mga, mga restriction. Okay. Kanina, marang ka sa room. Kita po. So, pwede na kaming anak-anak po. Or ka lang sa simbahan, pwede po. Di ba simbahan? Magkanta ka sa simbahan. Instead, pero natin sa limhila, chika, ay ka na motor na gamay mo luha. Kita po ito. Di ba? Things like that. Oo. Abot lang ka ha, kasi makarelate ana. Ang kanang mga inom-inom, alam mo hilak mo po. Ano mo hilak mo na, lingaw-lingaw ka naman yung hilak, chart. Diba? Kanang mga birthday party, basta may hilak anak. Nangaon magani ko din, yung hilak na noon, di, pero depende sa kanta, pero ano na tayo, ang occasion, di, nagsaya-saya, biyan na sila niya. Hilak di ay. Muli sa siya makuan, no? Ma-justify. Hindi, kaya ako nag-inusara ramang ko siya, walay okasyon, like that. Pero normal na siya nga, ano ba? So, siyempre, makakonti ka. Ngayon, mga-prank card. Pwede ka na sa liyan, humila ko na. Nalit tayo nga kanta para makamotor atong luha. Char. Sa point, oo. Okay. Muna siya effect, guys, sa mga emotional singer. Okay? Muna siya, sometimes, okay po siya, sometimes, mahimo siyang disadvantage kung contest. Ano mahimo yung disadvantage? Kaya kung muhilak na manggod ka, mo crack manggod yung voice. Or muhunong barong kasama along the way, you will stop singing na because of your emotion. Kung na-disadvantage po siya, over-emotional when you sing. Oh. Pero ako din mga dili ta emotional ha. Di lang pala sad pa. No? To the fact, you will stop. Diba? Ito rin, kuan man eh. Wrong. Nari magbukot. Char. Okay, kita po ito. Oo. Wala diha. Kita po ito. Oo. Diba? Mga nga na lang. Uy, kita po ito. Oo. Dito na i-complicate atong kinabuhi. Char. Okay. Okay guys, kita po. Na-miss yun ako kanta ko sa stage do. Dito ko na mga sa mall ba, no? Ano yun ito lang mall? Kaya nito yung mga snacks, no? Kita po, oo. After, yeah, tagaan ka mga pakanon dyan ko dito sa kilid ba, no? Makalim na ako ba? Kita po ito, oh, di ba? After sa performance, yeah. Basta nito siya itratar, no? Kaysa mga pista-pista lang, no? Kita po. O syempre sa pista, ang kaon to, grabe dito kang habab. Pero dito mga pinormal kayo sa mall, ang katas ng mall ba, di ba? Kita po ito, oo. Okay, things like that. So, muna siya kung ma-miss, no? Nga mga abroad na ta, buta kayong anak, no? Dito po ito, oo. Di ba? Napasay may anak rin, pero lahi mo dyan ang feeling, okay, di mo dyan Pilipinas siya, pero lahi dyan. Kita po ito, oo. Napukus na dyan kagkata-kata para malipay ka, baka nang ato dito Maria, whatever. Mas okay kung makanta rin sa balay, kaya lahi mo ko guys, di ba ko magpa-appreciate ko para lang dyan ko inon nga maayo kung makanta. Ang ako, mao dyan na siya, whether you appreciate or not, mao na pinili siya ma-change. Mao na pinang kinantahan ba? Yung kata point, wala mapasabot nga, kung dyan pag-ayo, para ingon taas o tingog, or para ingon nga, minute mo ka, dili, mao kinaya yung natural. Kita point na, oo. Kay, bisag asa ko, ingana naman yun, kita point, oo. Di man ko singing to be impressed, no, oo. Kung man ko, by the heart, yung kumukanta. Kita point, no, oo. Na, I don't care what the world says. Ang anak akong style. I don't care what the people. But ako, sa emotion yun. Kita po no, oo. Diba? Ganun siya. Kita po kay magsigibog base sa audience. Ay, wala mo mahimo ana. It's bias po ba ya? We have different genre. No? Aside sa genre, what we have also music type in different tribes, no, ethnics and nationalities and religion. Sometimes your way of music is not appreciated by the Islam people. Sometimes the Christian way of singing cannot be accepted by Hindu, like that. So diha pa lang naan, there's differences or multicultural differences of the genre of the song. So you cannot expect all will be liking your performance because we are not in the same league manggod sa atong mga way of life, belief, tribes, nationalities, religion, ethnics. So our musical influence, no, different, no, things like that. Okay? But there's a common denominator of appreciating, di ba, or appreciation. Okay, wasa kung pasabot nga abi kilain ang mga music na style, di ka not they can also appreciate but lahing ilang ano ba preference, okay, music preference, no, things like that. So because we are having different culture, tribes, nationalities, way of life, perception, backgrounds, no, community backgrounds, family backgrounds, religion. Okay, get the point? Oo. So how can we each other appreciate in the same manner of our music? Oh. So to ba, di mo care, ana, no? Di ba? So we will just sing, no? In order for us to be happy, to remove our stress, mga ganun na nga level. Ayun, pag-adjust sa mga audience. Okay, kita point no, okay mo, mabuang ta anak, kasi tag-adjust sa audience, kaya way di ni mo. That's not the, it's not the purpose of singing. If you let others to appreciate you, no. Even though nobody likes, as long as you sing. That's it. Okay, get the point. You get the philosophy in singing. Get the point. If you will not sing because nobody will appreciate it, that's not the real meaning of singing. Get the point. No, that's dependent to the people around you, and that's too much worldly. No, you get the point. Okay, pwede mo kamukanta for the Lord. No, si Lord ang imong audience na mo judge. Okay, hindi ko siya so far mga ano, di ba? Kanta lang, so kana lang. Okay, kung makanta ka, di na tag-appreciation, wala man, gusto naman tayo malipay. Gusto po. Sumutag buang, pa-appreciate kita, pero hindi naman ako nakakaloka. So sa ito pa, kung nemo ko na, hindi na tamo kanta, kaya nemo discourage ni mo, wala, yabo, yata po ito, oo. Kung kanta gali mo, ayaw mo pag-appreciate. Okay? Okay, mabuang mo anak. 9 times, di nyo ba ma-appreciate, magpakamatay pa mo, dito po ito, oo. Gets? Nasa mo appreciate ko sa kasing-kasing lang, di masulti. O, daghan nun nga na noon, di masulti pa. Okay, pero understood na. I think mauna siya kadaghan, kaya di mo gusto tanang panon, isulti dyan. Isulti dyan dito na yan, mag-abot mo. Tapos, di man. Dalas kasing-kasing mga mauna, wow. Pero di na dyan alam mo, dyan na itong naon. Pero ma-appreciate dalas sa kasing-kasing. Di lang sa tama paabot, isulti dyan din. Nabuang kuwang. Berkuan sa kaya to utok anak no kita pwede niya mo di lang kamo di siya mo kanta daw kay siya appreciate. Depende. Ala, pwede kung imo tingog gi-use as earning money o pwede pud siya. Pero di man sa gani ang uban no. As long as nakakwarta sila, kita pwede wala ka di matter pud. Kita pwede whether mo dive mo or dili as long as ni kanta siya sa concert whatever, mo importante nakakwarta sila. Kita pwede anak. Ganay. Any question so far? Di ba Charis? Para sa Charis, ni kantagyan mo siya sa mga ginagmay na lang. Ng mga kon bakita kay ni accept pa siya sa panahon, hindi siya sikat. Karoon ka ba? Pero wa man na mag-mean nga, bigay na kasi ka mo kanta. Sakto man di mo din Charis. Di ba? Kita pwede no. Okay na. Alang muhunong po ka, di naka humot kayo sa mga international market, kasi hindi naman yun, regardless man kung saan mga racket yun, kanta juga. Tapos na, bisa sa kasilyas pa, char. Di ba? Tapos kasi, hindi na naman matter sa punong kahoy, sa dagat, whatever, kanta juga, pero this is in human yun, kanta lang ka, chorus baron, whatever, di ba? Ganon, Diyos ko po. Sige. Kanta na mag-iskutan karon. So, say magud guys kay hope na magugug kanta kay halos ng tanan ng mga Tagalog nakanta na magud nako. Char lang. Di ba? Basta emotion guys, hindi mo kanta Tagalog. Oo. Have you noticed that one? Kay sa English hindi ikanta o Tagalog of course. Di ba? Kay mo man atong identity, ang pataka ka mo, appreciate mo anak. Dito pito mo. Okay. Mo naman jud na. Char lang. Kita point o di ba? Di na ba yung motibo atong kuan guys? Kung microphone kinahos lang tagbala kasi bala sa shooter. Ang yung battery ba naman? Diga pa yung battery uy. At ito di ba? Sa oras sa uy mga gabi anya ta guys. Char. Ba't buhaton? Okay, dito nalain, dito pito So, kapoy sa pwede ng sing kanta, no? Okay. So, muna itong timan-an niya. Isa galing. Char. So, pinatuo mo. Sa'yo na kayong kanta. Gusto ko. Dito po itong kanta na tago hinungdan. Char lang. Nawa dyan sa emosyon ba? Dito ito. Charats. Okay? Nakakaloka. Uy, naloka na ba ang kanan? Or wala pa. Kung naluka ka rin. Kung naluka naman siguro. Locations. Oh. Di ba kani? Oh, hello mga palangga. Wa mo siya sound. Hello mga palangga. Okay na kani. No, wait. Sure ka? Yes. Tingog naman. Okay. May kapihi ka na itong tanan. Ato na pagkasugdan ng atong mga hagit sa pag-awit. Char. Okay. Char. Okay. Di ba, mga friends? Magsugod na sa atong balat karon. Char! Ayaw sa mga kusang sa madunggan to elevate your eardrums, ladies and gentlemen. Pero, mo ba ni? Huwag yung sugod. Char, gilay na eh. Ano na eh? Rigid eh? Rigid? Oh, rigid pa ako. Pag malungkot sa'yo mga mata, ako kaya'y nais makapiling sinta. Di ba kasi ako sa'yo may pag-ibig sa isip mo hindi ako ngayon di mapatagay pagkat ang puso ay nalulungay. Sana'y pagkaingatan ko at tandaan mo ang isang pangako. Pangako, hindi kita iiwan. Pangako, di ko pababayaan. Pangako, hindi ka na nag-iisa. Pangako, mabuhay tayong dalawa. Ano itong nadarama ko? Ako kaya'y nahuhulog, umiibig na sa'yo. Sa tuwing kasama ka'y ligaya. Sana sa atin pag-iwanan kung tunay man ang nadarama ko. Mayroon akong nais malaman mo ang aking puso ay iyo. Huwag sanang lumimot sa pangako. Pangako, hindi kita iiwan. Pangako, di ko pabayaan. Pangako, hindi ka na nag-iisa. Pangakong magmula tayong dalawa. Pangako, hindi kita iiwan. Pangako, di ko pababayaan. Pangako, hindi ka na nag-iisa. ko. Thank you. Diba? Okay guys, ako ako guys, conversion. Maka-ako na conversion. Okay, things like that. And yung sa tubig, share lang. Okay, point oh. This is a song from, actually it's a song done by Marilyn Reyes and Ogie Alcacid. It was written by Regine Velasquez to make the history of that song. But some will interpret that, no, that's a song originally done by Regine because it was the song became prevalent when Regine performed that song, no? But that was a song from Marilyn Reyes.
Sure, you can tag your team, ask questions.
Marilyn Reyes and Ogie. It's a duet song originally in 1990s. Okay? Info lang tayo. Okay? And also, I want also to remind the international vloggers. Get the point, no? Oo. Please do your research, guys, ha? Get the point, oo. You will cover song and you will say done by something like that. No? For example, gusto ko ng bumitaw. So sa mga international singers, it's not Morissette Amon did the song. It's Sheryl Regis is the original singer of Gusto ko ng bumitaw. Ha? Pataka mo magyaw-yaw eh.
And even drop an emoji. But the real magic
Things
is
like that.
having
No?
this
I want to correct you guys. No?
I can tag a task, a talk.
Because it's not saying that if that song became popular, the credit will be given to the singer who became popular. Because you said it was done by like that. When you say that word, it should be the original singer. If you change the meaning of your sentence, you will say, I'm gonna sing a song performed by. It will be okay performed because it doesn't designate it's an original singer. But or you say a version by like that. It should be okay because that's the version of Morissette. Okay, but if you say a song originally done or done by diba? It should be credited the original singer. And it's not Morissette sang Gusto ko na bumitaw. It's Sheryl Regis from Karkar Cebu. Okay? Correction sa mga international vloggers, no? Mga music critic, mga Amerikano, whatever. Nakagyaw-yaw ha? Research. Do your research.
Or a whiteboard. Everything I need in one place. This goes both ways.
Diba? Kanina ikaw lang mamahalin. Sa mga original ani si Kuan. Si Lani Misarot siya. So many versions. Ang primero din ani si Joey Albert. Original done by Joey Albert. Revised first by Martin Rivera. Revised by Lani Misalucha, and presently revised by Eric Santos. But it came first Joey Albert. Katong mga 1980s to 90s na mga singers. Ito po yung Batch Danielias. Colin Isma, John Morales, diba? Sa Philippines, no? Ito po yung patakagaw-yaw. Ito po yung a song by original. Gamit ito song by, done by, meaning nga sa English, originally done. Eh, di alam mo pasabot originally. It's not necessary to put the word originally. That would mean sa inyong isulti, ang agad na nga primero. Diba? Hindi man original singer niya, di pag-ingon. Nakapagabang 35. So to avoid that, ayaw na isulti. O ay knowledge. Ay, isulti ninyo! Okay, kita po ito. Oo.
Can also be referenced
Skop
in
po.
podcasts to let people join in on the fun. A chat might be connected to a project, so I can see my lists, dashboards, and docs side by
Diba?
side, making it effortless to reference
Things
what I
like
need. If my boss has an ask, I can turn his message into a task instantly. This will automatically include the full context and link so no one gets lost. And get this, I don't even have to do it myself. My AI agent can create the task for me if I happen to be away. When chat is connected to the rest of your work, magic happens.
Okay, o. Ang kunda yun, char lang. Char na to. Diba? Ganon! Puso ko'y inihag mo sa ng pagsuyo ng kapilay ay ako'y sa'yo habang buhay. Alin pa ang kayamanan? Luwat karangalan kung ika'y makasakit. Lahat naman ay kakatingin sa'yo lamang. Ang buhay ko kay isang pagdalita. Pagdating aking sumpa. Tangan ko kalooban sa'yo'y nilalay dahil atas ng pagsuyo. Tumangin man lamang sa'yo, sa'yo lamang ang puso ko, sa'yo lamang ang buhay ko. Kalinisan pagdalita pagdating aking sumpa. Sa'yo lamang ang buhay ko, sa'yo lamang ang puso ko. Kalinisan pagdalita pagdating aking sumpa. Thank you, Lord. Dito po na song guys, ako ibag-o. Kaya feel mo po siya conversion in Arab, and may dapat nasa siya style. So along the bridge, ako i-insert na, if you are sharp singer, you will notice it in the bridge. Nakikiusap, no? Things like that. Never feel na po ako, chill. Di ba yung mga singers, di ba? Okay, pagkakalain. Okay, that's a very beautiful song, right? Oh. Kata ko na tadi, hindi ako pa rin song. Yes, right? We was in Manila before. I was an analyst, right? In General Milling Corporation, right? So I always sang this song every time, during Saturday, karaoke machine in Manila. Kailangan ko ikaw dito sa piling ko. Kailangan kong madama ang pag-ibig mo sa bawat oras na di ka makikita. Para bang kay bigat ng nadarama o giliw nasan ka? Bakit lumisan ka? Ano na puso ko nag-iisa? O giliw nasan ka? Bakit lumisan ka? Paano na puso ko nag-iisa? Kailangan ko ikaw sa bawat sandali. Kailangan kong yakap mo at iyong halik. Kailangan ko ikaw dito sa buhay ko. Kailangan ko madama nag-iisa. Kailangan ko ikaw. Thank you. Hello guys, from i-alam na drink coffee from activate atong voice. Chart! Hello guys, thanks so much for this mini concert of Sotel. Original Philippine music. Gosh. Original Philippine music. Philippine music. Okay.
We had no idea what we were capable of.
Nalipay ko guys, kinuha ko para puputaw. Diba?
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app from Base 24.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Ano yung dilit ba? Ako yung dilit. Huwag mangamba kung ako ay di na naghihintay. Kung ano man kapalit ng inalay ko. Wala ako, di mo dumating panahon. Di ako magdaramdam kahit ako ay nasasaktan. Walang ipagkait na ikaw ay aking mahalin. Huwag mangamba, hindi kita paghahanapan pa ng ano ba kapalit ang inalay kong pag-ibig. Sadyang ganito ang nagmamahal. Di ka dapat mabala, hinanakit sa'kin, wala. At kung hindi man dumating sa'kin ang panahon na ako ay mahalin muli. Asan mo di ako magdalagang kahit ako ay nasasaktan. Huwag mo lang ipagkait na ika'y ay aking mahalin. Kung di man dumating sa'kin ang panahon na ako ay mahalin muli. Asan mong di ako magdaramdam kahit ako ay nasa